Caring for God's creation. God made the heavens and the earth. He made the plants, grass, flowers, and trees. He gave them the sun, the rain, and the soil for food. He made the animals. He gave them fruits, vegetables, nuts, flowers, and leaves. He also gave them other animals to eat. He gave them trees and plants, the earth and caves for shelter. He gave the animals lakes, ponds, rivers, and puddles to drink. Matthew 6:26 says, "Look at the birds. They do not plant seeds, gather a harvest, and put it in barns, yet your Father in heaven takes care of them." God has promised to take care of us as well. So do not start worrying, where will my food come from, or my drink, or my clothes? Your Father in heaven knows that you need all these things. Just worry about loving others, loving God, and being a good Christian, and He will make sure you have all these other things. Matthew 30:1-33. God made people on the 6th day. He made us in charge of the plants and animals, to name and care for the animals. He gave us the animals for eating and for clothing and other helpful things. He gave people authority over the land and the plants for eating, clothing, and other helpful things. And He gave us the ground and plants for shelter. The Lord has promised to take care of us. A promise means you'll do what you say you're going to do. You are never supposed to break it.
I promise. And when I promise something, I never, ever break that promise. Ever.
And God never breaks His promises. The sign of the cross is a symbol of our promise. A promise to do our part for His kingdom. And to live as a good Catholic Christian. As a Christian, we love God. Part of that is caring for His wonderful gift, His creation. October 4th is the feast of St. Francis of Assisi, patron saint of God's creation. As a saint, he was a very good Christian. He kept his promise very well. St. Francis loved all of God's creation and felt closest to God in the outdoors. Praise be you, my Lord, through Sister Earth, our Mother, who sustains and governs us. St. Francis of Assisi. He trusted God to take care of him and walked barefoot wherever he went. Much like the COVID-19 virus, there was a bad sickness during Francis's time called leprosy. People were afraid of catching it or giving it to other people. But St. Francis was not afraid. He took care of them. He built them a church and got other men to help. And he wrote this beautiful song.
What are ways you can keep your promise as a good Christian this week? Leave a message on Facebook.
Shout out to Emmeline for answering last week's question. When do you do the sign of the cross? Emmeline says, when we eat. I like to do the sign of the cross before I pray when I eat too. And Michael, who said, when we are at church. Good job. Thank you very much. Have a good week.